Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more FIFA 20 Career Mode. Here today on the channel, we're back with episode 4 of my Chelsea modded realism series. In today's episode, we have two matches, the first of which is against Valencia in the UEFA Champions League, and then we face Liverpool away. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new out here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series and players you would like me to sign. The Champions League is about to kick off. We have Lille and Ajax in our group stage. A massive episode here today, guys. We're going to be starting off the UEFA Champions League group stage, and we want to start it off with a win. We also face Liverpool for the second time this season. The last time we faced them, they knocked us out of the UEFA Super Cup. So far in the Prem, we're doing quite well, sort of still hovering around that third spot, which is pretty much ours for the taking. Obviously, Liverpool, Man City are probably going to be first and second. If we can hover around that third, that's a really, really good benchmark in my opinion. I feel like Manchester United, Spurs and Arsenal, even Wolves and Leicester, do not have the mustard to make that third spot. But we're going to be starting off our Champions League campaign here, and I'm curious to see how this team performs on the European stage, where we're facing Gary Neville's former side. I always love bringing that up, it's hilarious. But Valencia in FIFA, they always go out and sign a bunch of crazy players. They always rebuild their squad massively because they've got a really good budget, and they've got a pretty decent sort of influence power, let's say. They can attract a lot of players into, well, playing for them, and they've got pulling power. So I'm curious to see if this Valencia squad has been overly rebuilt to the squad that faced Chelsea in real life. We're playing the 4-3-3 attack, same as last time. We're playing with their best starting 11, so no one really I recognise too much off the bat who's overly too new. Jasper still in goal, Daniel Weiss, Palista, Gaia, Parejo, Gomez and Rodrigo. Leeds is brand new striker. That's a really interesting signing. He's going to be amazing for, I guess, EPL Ultimate Team budget squads in FIFA 21. Rodrigo. But, yeah, I'm curious to see how well he will do in real life. 27, coming into the prime of his career. Wasn't the most craziest out-and-out striker, but I fully trust Bielsa to deploy him adequately, and we've been chopped down here now. 29 yards out, I'm not going to score that. Werner's going to keep on trying to drive it. In the box here now, nice little piece of skill, trying to drag 1-2, cuts back into danger, and it wasn't to be. Now this is a real test for us, because Valencia are probably going to be sitting around 3rd and 4th in the league itself. Timo, trying to find fellow opposition. Kai. Daniel Weiss only quite got to it. Oh, Ziyech. Kai shoots and scores. 1-0 just before the 10th. Chelsea oozing with confidence going forward. It's Kai Havertz to make it 1-0 just before the 11th. What a sensational strike. A stick of dynamite on the boot. Puts his laces through it. And Kai makes his Champions League Chelsea career known. Great stuff by KOVACIC, switching the wing there. I think it's Alonso picks up the assist officially, but it's Kai to score his first UEFA Champions League goal. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, the Blues. 1-0 up against a formidable Valencia squad. Decent midfield backline as well. Can't say. Trying to thread it past Havertz. Werner beats Gabriel Palista. Timo scores. Jasper gets the save. Never fear, Timo Werner is here. And we might have put this match without a shadow of a doubt. 2-0 just for the 14th. Gabriel, the former Arsenal man. Who it's gonna be really interesting to see how the newly signed Gabriel is gonna do at Arsenal, because Brazilian centre backs that are named Gabriel, they haven't had the most best of time at Arsenal, but maybe being a little bit bitter as a United fan. He's not the most overly highly rated player in FIFA. Like, real life, He's really quite good. He's something special. But in FIFA, I don't know how he's going to be. KOVACIC on the break here now. Some fantastic football. And I don't believe it. We are running through this Valencia defence like carving a cake. That was inch perfect in the build-up by the Blues. A sensational piece of play. And a fantastic goal at the end of it. 3-0. Kai. Oh, that's a nice little drifting ball. KOVACIC takes a nice touch and pushes it away. I'm still blown away that... Like, why? Why would you leave KOVACIC, leave Real Madrid? In my opinion, he was the successor to Luka Modric. Croatian internationals. I'm really surprised they let him go because he's such a magnificent midfielder on the ball. His passing acumen is brilliant as well. Kai. Ball over the top. KOVACIC. Alonso now. To make it 4. Did the right thing. Trying to whip it into space. But there was no one really there with the follow-up. Kondogbia. His career fell off an absolute cliff. Amazing career mode player year after year. Because of the absolute engine he's got on him, but he never really hit his heights. What the hell? After he did, at Inter. Alright. So now that we're 3-0 up, yeah, we're going to make some substitutions. We'll bring on Giroud, Mount and Barkley, because we've got Liverpool midweek. And we've put this game, completely without doubt. So, just for the 30th, 3-0 up, let's bring on the players that are probably not going to start. And we'll give KOVACIc, Timo, a hell of a break. 3-0 up before the 30th. We put this match without a shadow of a doubt now. We can rotate the squad and save their fitness. There's no way they're going to score 3 on the break from me. But with a bit of a change in system, the momentum and morale of Valencia might change things up a bit. Ross Barkley getting stuck in. Fresh on the pitch. And although the 3 in the logo is a little bit controversial, I kind of don't mind it. It's kind of grown on me a little bit. Sao Paulo have confirmed a transfer. And Oblak trying to bring it out from the back. Jose Jimenez couldn't get it clear. Rodrigo with a nice pickup. And we can't seem to just break it out and go. Kai. Giroud. Valencia looking the more dangerous in the last 15. And we just can't seem to get it out now. Barkley on a yellow looking to turn, can't. Rodrigo here now. Come on, we need to tackle, boys. And he scored. After that triple threat substitution, we've conceded a goal here. Once we get possession of the ball, we should be able to build something up. But that's disappointing there. Leeds' newly signed man. Currently contracted to Valencia in this save. Makes it 3-1. Rodrigo, the Spanish international, puts his name on the score sheet for his first Champions League goal. Havertz. Alonso. Let's try and build something up. Nice one too. I'm curious to see the partnership Giroud and Kai are going to have. Alonso. Kante. Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech at the edge of the area. Chops. Straight into danger of Guy. Good win. Barkley. Bit of a blunt instrument in real life, but in career mode, I actually don't mind Ross Barkley. I think he's better than Jorginho. Good tackle by Rudiger. And we go again. Ziyech. Kante. Giroud. He's just been caught there. Oh, it's a pen! Okay. Ref's going to call it half-time. With Olivier Giroud going... Olivier Giroud. Olivier. Oliver. I guess they anglicised it. Whatever. 3-1. It's like the whole Louis and Lewis debate. Mount. Kondogbia picks up a yellow there. Barkley at the edge of the area. 27 yards out. Pulls it back to Kante. Aspilicueta on the overlapping fullback run. Can't get the pass clear. And Rodrigo's poaching for a second. Good tackle there. Gomez. Good stuff by Kante. Giroud. Hakim Ziyech's got tackled in the build-up there. Controversial to say the least. Kai. Oh. Ball over the top. Kante. Havertz. Goes. Oh, he might be able to get the follow-up here. He's still got the ball somehow. He just lost all of his momentum surging forward there, and it's fizzled out. 60 minutes have been played. We can't do any more substitutions. 3-1 up. Still all to play for here at the bridge. I'm not going to lie. The way the tide is shifting, Valencia look more likely to score. Kondogbia now brings it back safely. Barkley, he's on a yellow. He's got to be careful sticking out a foot like that. Valencia, Rodrigo. Oh, Gomez. I think it's offside, which is fortunate for me, because we really could be 3-2. Only just up. Barkley. Giroud. Kai's gone forward now. And Hakim Ziyech has got space. He's unlucky there. Mount. Oh, shoot. That's a really, really poor shot by Mount. He's got to be doing better than that. At least get the shot on target. Good contested header. Just holding possession up well. Valencia at the back. Not much we can really do too much about it. They're just probing. They're being cool. They're being calm and collected. And they've done my backline here. We might need a stick and a challenge. It's at the edge of the area. It's not too malicious. I don't think it's going to go for a pen. No. 23 yards out. Good opportunity here. Daniel Parejo pops it at the back post. Diaby's hit it. Kante. Why is Kante the forward? We've got Giroud. I guess he was dropped back to protect it. But somehow Ross Barkley has released Ziyech. Oh. Win that. Good job. Man, oh man. This match really swung back in Valencia's favour with that triple threat. That's not a bad ball. On the inside of the boot there, that was curling. But I feel like Valencia have been a little bit hard done by. They had a goal disallowed. If they score here, it probably should have been 3-3. No, good job, Rudiger. It's poor from Kai. Gamero. Former PSG, Sevilla. He's a really good career mode budget striker if you ever need one. Very, very functional. But that's it. The full-time whistle is blown. We have beaten Valencia at home at the bridge 3-1. Come on. Okay. So I've got a match here at home against Liverpool. We currently sit in third. They sit in second. And Man City sit in first. Leicester fourth. Everton in fifth. We face them at home. Timo Werner's the top goal scorer, which is fantastic to see. My team's a little bit exhausted for that midweek match against Valencia. But doing that triple threat allowed Pulisic, Werner to have some recovery. But last time we faced Liverpool, we lost 3-1. And I really can't afford to lose this one. So I'm going to have to rotate my squad a bit because my team's a little bit exhausted. So we've got options to make, which is going to be difficult. We do have a lot of talent that can functionally play well. But I really, really want to try and win this match. So I'm going to have to restructure my substitutions and reserves. So, fullback-wise, we've got a little bit of problem at right-back. Zuma, obviously Reece James is going to be my out-and-out fullback eventually. Once Aspilicueta and Alonso stats go too far down. But I'm tempted to play Zuma at right-back. Basically playing him as like a non-nonsense right-back. Essentially a centre-back positionally as a right-back. We don't want to be doing overlapping full runs. He's not going to be like a complete wing-back, let's say. I think we're probably better with that. Or we could play James as a complete wing-back and allow him to surge forward. Functionally, that could be better. Aspilicueta is so good on FIFA. He can play really well over the back line and even in the DM if we really needed to. But really quite like this squad. Willian probably can come on as a cam. I could even switch this slightly as well and maybe bring on Tammy, because Werner needs to play. Just there's so many of my team that's exhausted. We haven't got an out-and-out cam, really. We'll bring in Hudson for Barkley because he's exhausted. So this is the team. A little bit unorthodox. Abraham, Pulisic, Werner leading the line. Willian at the cam creating. And then we've got Kai Havertz and Kante in the defensive role in the midfield. And we're going to be bringing on Reece James as our right back. But we're going to be playing against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. Let's get stuck into them. Transfers wise, they did bring in, of course, Jamie Vardy, which I still think is insane. What an amazing pickup. We are really going to struggle. We're going to struggle a lot more than we would against a Roberto Firmino because, yeah, false nines don't really work in FIFA career mode from what I've seen, especially when the AI controls them. They're kind of just useless. Like Pinnacle Messi, when they used to play that false nine, used to be awful whenever you'd face them. But with someone like a complete forward and a really advanced harrowing and running forward, getting in behind like Jamie Vardy is going to make it a lot difficult for us. But I'm also curious to see if they've strengthened differently around the pitch as well. But kickoff is underway. And hopefully we can come out with a win. We need to start off our Champions League group stage. And now we've got to rotate our side a little bit. Vardy, Origi, Salah, Gomez and Martin. Where is Van Dijk? Maybe they've moved him on. Because they are seriously not playing with him. And I'm kind of not sure why. Fullbacks, decent midfield. No Firmino, Vardy, and they're not playing with Mane either. Still a very formidable Liverpool squad against this Chelsea squad. But we're underway at Stamford Bridge. James, Tammy Abraham are going to be having their starting 11 debuts. Willian at the edge of the area. Shoots and gets the shot blocked. Straight on Trent. Liverpool can't quite break quick enough. Rudiger. Aspilicueta. But if you guys haven't already, leave the video a like. Really much appreciate it. Also subscribe if you're new around here. I want to try and hit 100k. We're sitting on 85, so let your friends and family know. KOVACIC has somehow stuck his foot onto that with an amazing goal. That's fantastic there. A crazy bit of build-up. But KOVACIC has probably low-key been my favourite midfielder in this. He picks up with crazy goals here and there. Look at this. Kante, Willian, good ball. Tammy flicks it quickly, and it's actually turned out to be a little bit of a chip needing to beat Allison Becker there. Oh, a nice little dink up over the top. He hit his studs downward on it as well. Actually didn't look like he lifted it a little bit, but it actually bounced more than anything. But KOVACIC, technically, the team scores a really clinical goal. That's fantastic. I love unorthodox goals. I also love goals that rattle and ricochet off the crossbar and go in. You just see the weight of the shot on it. Vardy over the top. And Henderson couldn't quite get to it. Zuma and Reece James trying to bring it out from the back. Depending on how Reece James plays, we could bring him in. Because I quite like Reece James and Ben Chilwell. They're my perfect fullbacks. That's great stuff in the future. But I can't not use Alonso and Azpilicueta. Especially financially, they're fine. But they're still pretty good defenders. KOVACIC nearly makes it 2-0. Woo! The dude's on fire. Looking to bring the ball in now. And poorly does it. I was just trying to whip it around, trying to make it near post. Alisson looks to bring it out now. Timo wins it. And Chelsea go again. Abraham. Oh, James here on the overlapping fullback run. Puts it wide to the left. Great stuff there to get in behind. Beats 2 Liverpool defenders, but doesn't get the shot on target. Instead of going for that back post, he really should have gone closer to the right, because it would have tested the goalkeeper at least as a minimum. There's been a bit of collision there, and it's nearly sent Chelsea through. 1-0, still all to play for. Liverpool would not think they're out of this one just yet. The belief is so strong with this Liverpool team. Look at them keep going forward as well. Wijnaldum. That's a crazy shot on target from Wijnaldum. James here can't even get it out because they've just been closed down so much. We're going to have to go back to Oblak, who, like I said, I'm sort of developing into a really good sweeper keeper. He's picked out a fantastic pass there to Azpilicueta, who then gets his shot blocked. And we're trying to get the boom, fiery pass off, but Willian on the volley. No! I should have shot. I think what's happened there is KOVACIC thought Willian was going to try and bury it. Nice fake pass by Tammy Abraham. Ooh! So we've managed to pull it back there. A really fantastic fake pass by Willian to find Tammy the Terminator, who drills it. Such a good career mode player. Just generally, I remember in my Salford City career series, playing him in the lower echelons all the way up to the Champions League, where I took them in my rebuild series all the way to the final. Tammy was always amazing. Just someone who's that tall in FIFA isn't usually that quick and agile. My one complaint is finesses. I wouldn't finesse with him. You just got to absolutely put your laces through it. You got to knuckleball it big time. Even toe poking it. Break your toes as a professional footballer, but yeah, sometimes it's very much like that. Ball over the top. Interception done by Rudiger. Oh, Salah gets the shot on target, facing his former side. I still remember Salah playing for Chelsea. He scored when Arsenal got humiliated. What was it? I can't remember now what the scoreline was specifically, because I'm not an Arsenal fan. But when they scored 6? Was it 6, 7? Was it 5, 6 or 7 goals at the Bridge? And Mo Salah scored the last one coming off the bench for Chelsea, before he went on loan to Fiorentina, was it? Was it Roma? Went to Roma, I think, for a little bit. Was Mo Salah at Fiorentina at one point? I can't remember. Unfortunately, that's offside, though, which is a shame. Kovacic denied his brace. But he's such a magnificent footballer, Kovacic. I'm really, really impressed with him in this Chelsea team. Out of all the players in starting 11 that I thought was going to be one of my best players, I wouldn't have thought it would have been him, if I'm being perfectly honest. Let's make some substitutions. So let's bring on Mount for Kovacic because he's just exhausted. He's been playing really, really well, and we'll do that there for now. We've still got Hudson-Odoi. We've still got Olivier Giroud to play as well. Zuma. Bringing it out from the back. Whoa. I don't know what's happened there, but Liverpool pushed way too many players forward. Looks like we're nearly on. Good interception by James. I'm really impressed with him in this. And he's going again. Oh, how's he threaded that one out? Got closed down because of Liverpool's press. But still pretty well to progress that far forward. And Kante somehow won it back. Got a lot of players here. Pulisic has to bury it. Just wide of the right. He really, really should have finished that one. That's a shame. Jurgen Klopp doing some subs now. 2-0 up. Oh. Good header. I want to mould Pulisic to be the next Hazard, but he might have to wait a little bit. Tammy there. Ho-ho! Tammy is incredibly clinical in front of goal. Even a bit of a P-roller there to beat Alisson Becker. 3-0. Willian distributes it well. Could have smacked it, but I swung it back onto Tammy's left, and he scored 4 goals this season. Man, oh man, it's going to be some tough competition for that striker spot. What is sort of interesting is I can't wait to see how Timo Werner plays in real life in the Premier League. The only way I think they're going to deploy him is off the left, but it's just so hard with Pulisic there, man. They might try and play him as a striker just to test him out here and there, but I have a feeling what's going to happen after watching Rasenball Leipzig last year. So you've got Timo Werner, right? So who did Timo Werner play really, really well with last season? Well, Yusuf Poulsen. And who's sort of that big target man striker at Chelsea? Well, it's quite clearly Tammy Abraham, isn't it? So I think it's going to be a really good partnership between Tammy and Timo. I really, really do believe that. Anyway, Giroud and Hudson-Odoi are coming on. And yeah, we can't do any more substitutions like that. Yeah, I reckon they'll have a really, really good partnership because I think like looking at legacy and careers, I think Tammy Abraham's going to have a better career than Yusuf Poulsen, but still, you never know. Yusuf Poulsen statistically might be quite... No, but Tammy's stats are quite crazy. I'm just thinking like comparatively. Good ball over the top there. Willian trying to find Giroud. Oh, I'm trying to get a foul called there. Keita. He's going to have a really good season this year. Although he nursed his injuries quite badly, I think. But now he's had a couple of years. He should really hit the ground running in the Prem. That's what I'd like to see. Good ball. Willian. Giroud. Mount. Oh! Willian Giroud really could have claimed that one, but it's Mason Mount surging from left central midfield. Puts his name on the score sheet. 4-0 up against Liverpool. And this is what we need to do. If we're going to try and win the Prem, try and cement that top 4 spot, we need to be blowing away teams like this. Oh, Willian actually drifted off quite well. But it's magnificent Mason Mount to make it 4-0 in episode 4. Cup finals. I felt like the cup final felt way different than this. I guess it was more on the line. We do actually have I think like morale-wise in the realism mod, you do have a negative debuff in cup finals. Especially when you're playing away. They're a lot harder. Deliberately so. And rivalries. Good ball over the top. Giroud. Ah. That's a shame. Hudson-Odoi. Mount. Kante. Giroud. And again. Go. And again. Ah. Good header. No, Nathaniel Klein still plays them. That's a pen, first of all. Nathaniel, where have you been? Oh, I remember when he signed from Southampton. He's a really good career mode player. But his stock has massively fallen off. Who can take this one? Because I've rotated my squad so much. Who's actually my best pen? Mount. 84 pen. Giroud with an 81. We'll let Giroud step up. Because he scored many a penalty for France. And buries it. 5-0. Without a shadow of a doubt. We have smashed Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. And he does the scorpion celebration that he had that crazy flick on a couple of seasons ago. I've forgotten about that. I haven't played as Chelsea in so long. But Giroud on the left-hand side. Form is temporary. Class is permanent. Boom. Clearly, Liverpool, after not strengthening last season in this career mode squad, not bringing the likes of Kai Havertz in or Timo Werner, are absolutely shell-shocked on the touchline. I think Klopp has a new modelled face there. He looks a little bit different. Looks good. But Giroud scores his second of the league campaign, being our third backup striker. Coming off on as a substitution in the triple threat and playing eventually in cup matches once we have a couple of cup ties. And maybe unimportant Champions League matches. Or maybe look to bring him in. Giroud. Hudson-Odoi. In the box now, beats one. Okay. It was good by Hudson-Odoi, but it just got fired at an exhausted Kante. He's on a yellow. Yeah, and he's really just knackered. 5-0. Let's try and see this one out with a clean sheet. And we have. What a tremendous episode we've had here today. We started off our Champions League campaign with a win against Valencia, and we've blown away last year's champions 5-0 in the Premier League. Liverpool have capitulated here today. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're not enjoying the series, feel free to leave a dislike. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days. To get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click subscribe, of course, and the bell to join the notification squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys want to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, maybe some PSN and Xbox codes to buy packs for Ultimate Team, or maybe just some games, I really do recommend checking out my affiliation link, G2A. There's some really good prices, so even just going looking around, to be honest. Anyway, the Patreon and Steam group there as well. Come and join the community on Steam. My name has been Simpzy. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Mahrez whips it into the box. Royce! That is just ridiculous. With the layup, Marco Royce